Hey, everybody. Listen, I'm trying to fix my lighting here so y'all can see good and all that kind of stuff. And listen, people. What's today? Wednesday, okay? Happy Wednesday, people. It's Trending Topics Wednesday. And come on in the building because we got some things to talk about. I tried to cut it down, people, so we could peel back and give y'all some time back. I tried to cut it down to 2 stories. We're going to talk about this Jeannie Mai and Jeezy that's been on the streets for a minute. A lot of rumors flying left and right. Y'all done got Jeannie Mai all pissed off and everything. Talking about your defaming her character. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the written word that they put out there that is cultural differences. Okay. Come on now, Raheem. I appreciate you. Don't cheat the diva. Hashtag. You know what? I like that. I like that hashtag. Don't cheat diva. Come on now. Hit that like button. I like that. So, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about, everything that's going on in the streets right now with this marriage. Lasted about 2.5 years. I guess almost 3. I don't know, but they wasn't married long. Okay, then we're going to talk about Monique the comedian. Monique is forever going to be in these streets looking for the people that owe her. She a debt collector, honey. Okay, first she had issues with Oprah, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Netflix, and now CBS. She wants the CBS to pay her and Countess Vaughn for their work on the Parkers. She said, "Give me my money." All right, so that's sweet babies. Hey, sweet babies, hit that like button. All right, she want her money. Then I'm gonna give you a little update on the band leader. The band leader said he wants an apology. Him and his lawyer talking about, they could have de-escalated this and that the taser wasn't necessary. Now the lawyer cute, she cute. She cute. Now I don't know where this situation gonna go, but the lawyer's cute. I'll just say that. Got a cute lawyer. Now I think the situation is a little bit of foolery. But that's me. That's the diva. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Now listen, guys, we about to board this train. Y'all know what I need y'all to do. Okay? Come on, Sin City from NOLA. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. We about to board this train for Wednesday night trending topics. Y'all know how we do over here. To get on the train, all y'all got to do is hit the like button, okay? So hit the like button, give me a choo-choo, and I'm about to board this train. And we about to talk, people. Hold on, the people waiting on the platform now. Hey, Leo.
Hey, Diva, choo-choo.
Come on now. All aboard. Hey, Wayne. Hey, Felicia.
Hey.
In my opinion, Denzel, Savannah, E,
Hey.
Julius. Come on
Hey,
now, people, we in the building.
Hey,
and let y'all know there's one seat left on the platform. If you want to come through, come through. Hit that link and you can get up on the platform. But we're about to get started, okay? So we got one open seat on the platform. Happy Wednesday. So you know what? I'm going to give you a little clip here of this man and his lawyer from the band. I cannot with them, but you know what? I want to show you the lawyer. She cute. She cute. Hold on one second. Let's see the lawyer. I'm gonna show you 2 different videos because this one video is too long. I'm gonna show it to y'all in case y'all want to go, look at it yourself. Because I cannot with this situation in this band leader. Let me see if this is the one I want to show. Yeah, I think this. Let me show you from Good Morning America first. Hopefully they don't come for my neck. They've been coming for my neck lately. That's why I can't be showing y'all the whole videos here. I'm going to show y'all a piece of it. Let me back it up just a little bit. You see the foolery of this. Hold on one second. And this is, people, this is an update from Trending Topics from last night. Okay? You miss a day on the train, you miss a lot. But this is an update. Hold on now.
Didn't deserve to be tased. I'm a good citizen.
The 13-year band veteran sharing his story with ABC News.
Was there ever a point that you feared for your safety, feared for your life?
The feeling of being tased for the first time, I've seen it before, but for you to actually feel it for yourself and the amount of power going in, I could feel my fingers like numbing up. They tased me again and then tased me for the 3rd time. So imagine if I had a heart defect issue, or imagine if I panicked on top of that. It could have been fatal.
Mims is charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and harassment. His attorney says his civil rights were violated.
It was unwarranted. I don't care how it started. It never should have ended up like this. This should have been a matter in which it de-escalated.
Birmingham
I thought that was Nene Lee.
News. The incident is now under investigation by its Internal Affairs Division.
My biggest prayer is that, first of all, that these students will not hold a grudge, that they will be able to overcome this, that they would one day be able to move forward and continue to be the great people that they are.
And aside from demanding justice, the band director says he wants the charges dropped and a full apology, not just to himself, but an apology to his students as well from the Birmingham Police Department for what happened. But, you know, I was in high school, and in the marching band, we played after the games. In college, they play after the games until the last man is standing. So it's not unheard of.
No, not at all. I know at TSU did the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, DeMarco.
What instrument did you play?
I was drum major, but I played the cymbals. I had to play the cymbals, and you put me on the spot. I wish I could play the drums, but I was doing this, Robin.
Oh, DeMarco. I'm never going to look at you quite the same. No. Thank you. We'll see you on GMA 3. I couldn't resist.
He want an apology?
Foolery. Foolish.
He hoped the kids could get over it? Did I hear that man right? But the thing is, you know what though? He dead serious. Now let me just show a little something else, and we got to move on, because I'm just in my head. I'm just like, this what I can't do right here. This nonsense right here. Now look, she cute. The lawyer cute. Hold on, we're gonna just play a little bit of this because it's 45 minutes. We can't do this now with her. 45 minutes of her yapping about this situation. We cannot, but let's hear a little bit.
I am Wanda Linda Mann, the attorney representing Mr. Johnny Mims on behalf of the Alabama Education Association. My name is spelled Juandelynn, last name Givan.
Ooh, the whole government name.
Today we have asked you, members of the media, to assemble here at the Birmingham Division office of the Alabama Education Association. Present here today is the Associate Executive Director, Mr. Theron Stokes, also the Supervising Attorney and Lead Counsel for the Alabama Education Association, and he leads that entire legal division there. Other members associated here today are members that are entitled UNISERV Directors, and they serve all corners of Jefferson County and the state of Alabama, as well as Mr. Johnny Mims, the individual in question, our client, and the person who was assaulted by the Birmingham Police Department, giving rise to these incidents. Today, we are here to discuss with you the incidents that gave rise on September the 14th, 2023, after a football game between Minor High School and Jackson Olin High School here in the city of Birmingham. This incident gave rise to Mr. Mims being excessively tased with what we have termed as a stun gun or a taser in common terms. We feel that it was an assault on him physically as well as on his character. Today, we are here to discuss some of the particulars of the incident that arose, and as well as to give Mr. Mims an opportunity to speak to you collectively. At this time, I would ask that Anna Byrne, UNISERV Director, who is also the UNISERV Director for Mr. Mims here in the Birmingham area, if she would come forward on behalf of the Alabama.
Listen, let me stop sharing the screen. She done gave her a whole government name. You could look her up. You know what I'm trying to say? You could look her up. She gave the whole government name. She cute. She cute. But they just seem too much for me. He wants apologies and all that. Sir, you own a piece of this pie, but we're going to carry on because I don't want to beat that. We got other stuff to talk about. Just a little update for y'all to go out there and see that, you know, him and his lawyer have spoken, okay? Yeah, they do it too much. They do it too much, but okay. Yeah, okay. So now let's get into today's story. You know what? Let me do Monique first, and we're gonna do Jeannie Mai and her husband last. We'll do Monique first really quickly. Okay, so Monique the comedian. She has issues with somebody else. She need her money. She wants y'all to show, she wants CBS to show her the money. Now hold on, sweet babies. Let's hear from Monique's mouth herself, and we're gonna talk about this, okay? Here, Monique and her husband. Let me tell you this, though. I love Monique's hair. She's beautiful. She's a little problematic at times, but she's beautiful.
Hey, my sweet babies. I'm Monique.
And I'm Sydney.
And we're coming to y'all today to let you know we're standing with all the unions that are striking right now. And we have a story that we must share of our own with the community. Countess Vaughn and I did a show called The Parkers. The Parkers has now been on air for 24 years. And they're trying to convince us through our ownership of the show that we made absolutely no money.
And it's baffling, being that when you have a conversation with the executive producers and they allude to the fact that the show in its entirety, 5 years, was made for under $70 million. It went out of production in 2004, but by 2009, we see profit participation statements that show the program made over, but yet was in a close to $1 billion, if not $1 billion deficit.
So what we're asking you, CBS, is can you please treat these two Black women fairly? When our brother Dave Chappelle, who ironically had a deal with CBS, said he signed the deal out of desperation and it was a bad deal, they were able to go back and do the right thing. And they made that deal fair, and they paid Dave Chappelle what he rightfully deserved. What we're asking you, CBS, don't pay us any more, but don't pay us any less.
And the reason why we're having this conversation out loud for the community to hear is this. We see the numbers and they still don't want to pay. What will happen to you when you don't even know the numbers exist?
So we're asking you, and when we say community, we mean community as in the ones that's fighting for equality. Will you stand with us? CBS, will you treat us fairly? We love y'all for real, my babies. I'm Monique.
All right. There you have it. You heard Monique. She spoke. She want her money. She don't want y'all to pay her more. She said, just give us what you owe us. Leo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm here for, Monique getting what she is owed.
Mm-hmm.
And I am kind of chafed. Us in the South say chafed. I don't know how that is in the North, but I'm kind of rubbed at the fact that she called on us to defend her monetary value, which and I'm not here to say that she's not owed her monetary value for her gifts and her talents that she has put on the screen. But I'm a little chafed at the fact that she's still calling upon the people to do what exactly? What exactly? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not quite sure. So I'm gonna listen to the panel tell me what is exactly is required of us to back, Mo, because I'm here for Mo. I'm not saying that she has not been done wrong. I'm not saying that. I do understand she has not been paid her worth, and she's gathered in with all of us who have not been paid our worth, particularly in the industry, corporate or whatever, so I get that. I totally get that. Calling upon the community chafes me, Diva, and I'm not quite sure why. So I'm gonna listen to everybody else and see, because maybe it'll come to me why I am like, okay.
What we gonna do, right? Yeah. I'm hearing you. I'm connecting. Miss Sharon, you right. That was my first thought. What about everybody else on the show? Only her and Countess Vaughn were cheated? Why is she not calling for all the people to get their money from the Parkers? They had a whole ensemble cast. Wayne, and let me tell you though, she was giving face and she was giving hair. Better give it up. Wayne, what are your thoughts?
I'm with Monique. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's what all these union strikes are about. That the companies, the automakers, Netflix, they making all this money, and they're really not sharing the profit that's due to these people. You know, and as far as the rest of them, they need to follow Monique's lead. If they want their money, you know, jump out there and do something. Do something with her. Get on the screen with her. Don't let her do all the footwork and then you jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like we said, I think they all are owed money, but they need to be proactive and try to go after themselves.
I ain't laughing at you, Wayne, but Darbs, I'm connected with you. I was thinking the same thing. Can we all go back to our previous employers and paper routes to get more money decades later? I'm just trying to say, if that's the case, with the whole world is owed some money. I used to slave in those retail stores for pennies.
Well, David Chappelle did it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it can be done. It can be done. That's what she's saying. It can be done, and she won her money. Go for it, Monique. She from Baltimore anyway, and I'm from the DMV.
Oh, you connecting with your fellow sister. But here's my thing though, right? She want us regular people to do it. Why don't you call on all your fellow actors and actresses to sit out and band together? A lot of them working right now. No. Felicia, your thoughts?
Hey everybody! Hey, good evening. Good evening. So first, that Monique, that hair was really looking hot, honey. She was
She's giving hair. She's giving hair and face.
I thought the whole presentation with she and her husband, I thought it was tight. I thought it was clear. I listened, and I also listened to Leo, and I agree with her. I don't know what I'm supposed to do other than listen and wish them the best, and that's all I gotta say.
I hear you. Listen, because we be confused what she wants us to do. Roy, he missed the train, Clear. He missed the train. E, your thoughts?
I believe they should pay Monique and Countess if they're the only cast members who have shares in ownership of the show. Then they should get their fair due. No different than Mariah Huck having to fight for what she was due with Married to Medicine. I do think that in this business, a lot of people, because I still remember when Monique went on the Steve Harvey show and she asked him to stand up and pick a side, basically. And Steve let it be known, I can't do that because I have too many people depending on me. I can't jeopardize my income.
He did.
And so I can see why people in the entertainment industry would be hesitant to come forward. But as much as Monique calls on the community, I do think it would be great for the community to see Monique be present. The same way we see Candy active. Candy is paying folks rent and, she's sending people to college and this and that. And I'm not saying Monique is not doing that, but I wish she was just as loud and just as visible doing these acts of philanthropy.
Right.
Just as she calls on us to be the strength behind her fist, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a whole. I'm connecting. Come on, you better talk.
So I think she should get the money, of course, but pour back into your Black people and your sweet babies that you like to call on every so often.
That's facts right there. That's facts. Savannah, your thoughts?
I'm agreeing with the panel. I'm not sure what Monique is expecting of us to do. I agree that she is owed from the shows and that she is a pioneer in because she is an amazing actress. I don't think she has many friends in the industry. Sydney, her husband, doesn't help her cause at all. If anything, he kind of hurts her. And unfortunately, she also doesn't help much either. But I don't think I don't know what she wants us to do to further it either. But it's more than just her and Countess on the show, but she is owed much royalties for the Parkers and other shows that she did. But I'm not sure what Monique wants from us to to support this cause. So I do wish her success, but it's going to take a lot for her to get her royalties and to get support from her fellow comedians, because she has caused a lot of enemies in her professions, from DL Hughley to Steve Harvey, Cedric, even Dave Chappelle. Just bringing up his name has caused a lot of rift in that the comedian industry. So not too many people support her. So I wish her luck.
I do too. I do too. And she gotta let us know what is it we're supposed to do. Lakeisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Why does everything have to be litigated on social media? Like Leo said, most of us who are very talented Black females are not paid what we're worth. We're all advocating for equitable treatment. Yeah, we all are. I'm trying to see what is it. We hear her, but what is it she want us to do? Savannah, your thoughts?
I went Diva. It's Denzel's turn.
Thank you. You sure did. Denzel, your thoughts?
Yeah. Listen, I like the Parkers. I like Monique and Cantus Vaughn and everybody that was on the show. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna just keep it real. Listen, the entertainment business, Hollywood, it's a cutthroat business. But I will say this, um, you know, Monique and Cantus Vaughn, they do deserve they money, because sometimes in the business, in the entertainment business, sometimes the the people of the face of the show or whatever, they don't get paid that much money, and the other people that is on the show get paid more money. But the thing is that, what about the other people that was on the show? Are they getting they royalty checks too? Like, I hope they getting their money as well. And I wish that Monique had said that everybody on that show should get the royalty money. But that's whatever. As I'm trying to get the word up, but I can't get it out. But I digress, and I wish Monique well and Cantus Vaughn well. I hope they get paid. I hope everybody on that cast get their royalty money, and that's it, Diva.
Thank you. Let me address her, y'all. It's so funny.
What happened?
No, not to you, Denzel. You know what?
Okay.
Somebody said it's Diva straight because I said the lawyer is cute.
People are so foolish, Diva.
No, it's okay though. But here's the thing, guys. We gotta learn. It's okay to compliment somebody of the same sex. It's not that deep, y'all. I say it all the time. When people cute, they cute. I thought the lawyer was cute. She cute. She talking nonsense to me, but I thought she was cute with the glasses and a nice little haircut or whatever. And then I said the girl behind her was cute, and I said Monique is looking good with her hair. She giving hair and giving face.
Exactly.
But I feel like we can't compliment people. But in my opinion, you're up.
Okay, Diva, I'm gonna give it to you straight, okay? Because I'm through with Monique. Okay, first of all, when she was out here talking about who need to be looking like what at the airport and the grocery stores, I feel like she should have been arguing her case for her money then. Like, you come to us on the wrong stuff. Like, what we supposed to do? We supposed to prosecute your case too? Like, miss me with that. And then she loved to say sweet babies and stuff. But I don't see you doing enough for these sweet babies. What sweet baby you done picked up or helped out in this world? Like Monique want us to fight her battles for her, and then she want to come to us with the sweet baby stuff when she want us. But when she don't need you, you don't hear her talking about sweet baby then. So yeah, I do think she deserved what what she owed. But here's the thing: I'm not finna fight for you. Okay, I'm finna fight for myself. Okay.
So Miss Sharon said, did she sign something to say she gets X dollars for syndication? Aren't folks striking about the same thing? They are. But I guess her fight is, and that's why she named Dave Chappelle, her fight is they went back and they corrected his bad deal. And on that note, I will say I am with on that. If you went back and corrected his bad deal, why not go back and correct everybody else's? There's some artists out there, R&B, hip hop, all of them. They need some deals corrected because they got ripped off too. If we going back and correcting deals, like somebody said, I need to get all my money back from all my retail stores I worked in where I was slaving. Julius, your thoughts?
Okay. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I think public noise is her root, I think. I do absolutely believe that they should get what they're owed. I absolutely stand with her with that. I think like public noise to try to turn the public against CBS, especially like with all the strikes going on and stuff. So I think that's her angle.
All right. 48 TCO, what are your thoughts?
Hey everybody. Well, y'all know from like in the chats, it's kind of hard for me to feel sorry or empathize or strike, for the rich, for people that don't even pay, fair taxes, considering us working people. I just think that she's too old to be mad all the time. Like you live and you learn from mistakes and blunders. Get over it. It happens to the best of us, even us on this panel. But if she's owed something, get what you owe, but always complain about it. Like, sit your ass down. That's all I gotta say about it.
And you right about that.
Because if we go through the books of history in all our collective history in this life, we done been screwed, done been looked over, done been forgot about, done been did wrong. If we start going back into the books of history and start trying to collect our coin, we get ready to be what? Crazy? Caught up
And I want my 40 acres and a mule, okay? I want all mine.
I know, right?
Listen, if we collect what's due to us, we all will be now part of the 1%. Get out of here.
True.
All of us will be part of the 1%. We all got played and dogged. Now, like I said,
Very
though,
true.
I get her point of they went back and corrected Dave Chappelle's situation. Why not everybody else's? But I don't know his whole story. You know what I mean? We don't know the whole story behind like what happened, why they ended up corrected it, or whatever the case may be. So, but listen, Monique, we wish you well. Okay, you sat there looking good. Your husband sat there next to you looking lost as he always does. Tripping over his words. I mean, listen, they're husband and wife. I'm glad they're still together. But I also think that he doesn't help balance her out sometimes, right? It's always a woe is me situation. It just seems like that. Or maybe like in my opinion said, every time she come to us, it's a woe is me. But wait, thanks, Diva. You didn't answer the question though, so I'll mind my business. Love your work and I'm straight. Yeah, listen, if you really need me to answer the question, I am straight, but But again, I mean, I'm gonna take it as, I know you don't really mean any harm, but yeah, I compliment people all the time. My girlfriends, my sister, my nieces, you know, my mama. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that lawyer could have used another shade of lipstick because that lipstick was not hot.
well, listen, I'm gonna let it go. I thought the girl looked cute. I like the glasses. You know, it's not that deep.
Hey Diva,
It
can
is
I
what
say
it
one thing
is.
real quick?
Yes, you can.
It's I just want to say something to the chat. It's not that I don't feel bad for Monique. I just feel that like people forget that these just regular people that live a life in front of us. Like it's so many of us that struggle every day and we don't have the opportunity to complain about it every time. That's all I'm saying. Like if she's owed something, get that lady what she owed. But always coming to us and we worried about our bills, our lights, our gas. You know, like we got stuff we got to worry about. Monique, if you listening to the Diva channel, I'm 48 TCO. I need help too. Like whatever you want to
Me
give
too.
to
You
this,
come pay one of these bills because
hit me
evidently everybody in the chat bills lower than mine.
you know, so yeah. It's not that I don't like the lady, that she don't deserve what she deserves. She deserves that. But don't, like Diva said, the woe is me type thing. That's no. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
She too old for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or her private jet after she got her Netflix money. So Tommy, Unfair 84 said,
me.
yeah.
It's chafing me. I don't, you know, it's chafing
Yeah.
me.
Thank
Throw
you
some
for
of that Netflix money this way.
See, I guess that Netflix jet money and special fund has run out. The difference between her and Dave is he was EP and created his show. She was not. I was trying to look up to see if she created the show. So what somebody said earlier in the comments, they said that she's not telling the whole story. But see, I don't like when people do that, right? I don't like when people want to tell us half the story, get us all worked up, and they know it's more to the story, because that ain't right either. That's not right either. That's why somebody says she's not telling the whole story. When it's Diva is hitting on why there will never be any sweeping correction of deals. There are too many. Yeah, there's too many. There's too many. The artist got done dirty. It's a whole lot.
Hey.
Now, let's go ahead and get into this Jeannie Mai, the hot story that's been on the block for a minute. Okay, it's a lot going on. Listen, let me say this before I even read this particular article, right? It's so much going on, right? A lot of times people, they get together and they get married and things go too fast. I personally think because Jeannie Mai was married for 10 years before she got with Jeezy. I personally think you should give yourself at least, at the very least, 365 days before you get into something serious with somebody else. And especially if you get ready to go walk down an aisle with somebody else and then walk down the aisle and 2 seconds later, you popping out their baby. I think you need a little bit more time of healing in between your decade marriage and you getting into the next relationship. But I'm an expert. I'm not an expert on anything. That's just my opinion. Okay. And then not only are you getting married again, and I listen, I'm all for love who you love. I really don't care. I promise you this. I don't care if you black and you want to get with white. I don't care what you do. But you gotta truly understand, even if you get married to somebody that y'all the same culture but y'all different religions, it can be a little problematic. Y'all going to have some stuff to talk about. Now add maybe some different religion, different culture, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you got to have time to chat about that. It's always good when it's good. And 9 times out of 10, when you first meet, everything good. When you first meet somebody and you came out of something bad, your eyes are not seeing clearly. You seeing through rose-colored glasses. If your ex never took you to Starbucks and now you meet somebody and they take you to Starbucks, you think they the best thing ever. Until you wake up 2 years later and say, how did I get here? Now let's get into this Jeannie Mai story. Let me see, where do I have this thing at? Okay, let's share. Let's talk about this. So Jeannie Mai thought her second marriage would be last if she didn't get greedy. Court documents suggest Jeezy filed for divorce in June. So Jeezy and Jeannie Mai are keeping the details of their split private. But purported source may have insight into what doomed their short marriage. The pair has been husband and wife for 2 years and were due to celebrate their third anniversary in March. Didn't make it to year 3. The rapper officially filed for divorce on September the 14th, citing that their union was broken. Okay. He hopes to share joint legal and physical custody of their only child, 1-year-old daughter Monica, and is asking that child support be determined by Georgia law. He also has 2 adult sons and a young daughter from a previous relationship. Now I just wonder, does he have joint custody of the young daughter from the other relationship? All the pictures I saw of him and Jeannie Mai when they were married, I never seen little mama in the pictures. But I'm just asking, okay? An insider tells Entertainment Tonight that the couple did not see eye to eye on certain family values and expectations. They had different views, and each felt like their needs weren't being completely met. Ongoing banter among social media users is loaded with speculation that their cultural differences were the ultimate deal breakers. Says, marry in your race. That's all. That's all. The comment wrote, the user. Another clip, 2 different cultures. If you date outside your race, you have to be willing to compromise. You have to be willing to compromise even if you date inside your race. And this should have been discussed during their dating time frame, way before marriage was a topic of discussion, wrote a third person. I agree. Gotta have some conversations. Jeannie, a native of San Jose, California, is fully Vietnamese. Both of her parents grew up in the Asian country. She has openly discussed the pride she has in her Vietnamese American heritage. Embracing my origin has made me the confident and grateful person I am, she told NBC in 2016. She and her mother, Mama Mai, share a tight bond and regularly appear on the Emmy-winner's YouTube channel, Hello Honey, with Jeannie Mai. It was on the channel in 2021 that an astrologer told Jeannie she was destined to have 2 marriages, but that the fate of her love life was in her hands literally. If I get greedy and I do something to mess up my future, then I can, of course, go marry up and mess up, said Jenny after having her palm read. She was previously married for a decade to Freddie. They split in 2017. Also in 2021, Jenny announced her pregnancy. During an episode of The Real, she discussed having to set boundaries with her mother, Mama Mai, and Mama Mai moved in with the newlyweds soon after learning she was becoming a grandmother. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Forget about culture. Mama Mai moved in. Did y'all see that? With the newlyweds. Soon after learning she was becoming a grandmother. The bonus housemate was a surprise to Jeezy, okay, who picked her up from the airport only to realize she was in tow with several suitcases and boxes of her belongings. In Asian culture, you don't even have to ask. That's not Jeezy's style, said Jeannie. I had to have a talk with her, but more importantly, Jeezy wanted me to talk to her. I wanted to talk to her. She has to respect his voice as the man of the house, she added. In Asian culture, it is the tradition for Asians to live with a large extended family, which may include a spouse's parents. In May 2023, Jeannie took Jeezy on a 3-week trip to Vietnam. She said it was a life-changing experience for the both of us. Well, yeah, it was, because he filed for divorce a little bit later. And beautiful to share the complexity of her culture. It was a powerful reminder of the importance of cultural exchange and the power of sharing our stories and our experiences with one another. Okay. However, official court documents from the Superior Court of Fulton County suggest that the Seen It All rapper may have been pursuing a divorce from Mai as early as June 15, 2023. So as soon as he got back from Vietnam, he went to the courthouse. They went in May. In June, he wanted a divorce. He was done. Just weeks after the pair returned from Vietnam, and 3 days before, the couple hosted a Father's Day gathering at their Atlanta home. A signed and notarized document states that Jeezy, real name J. Wayne Jenkins, may have been starting the divorce process. The documents were filed by Jeezy's attorney 3 months later. The couple also been absent from each other's Instagram accounts since June. Things did not go well, people out there in the Vietnam. Now, you know, Tamar got her nose in the business. Tamar, you just got robbed. Go sit down somewhere. Let's hear Tamar.
It's like my heart breaks for Jeannie. My heart doesn't. I'll never forget when she told you. White meat keep me lean, but dark meat on the side. Well, dark meat done made you a size sis. So what's going on with that? But I think she really, really was in love. Let me tell you something. When y'all file for divorce, it's over. Yeah. 2 reasons why a man leaves his wife or file for divorce. Number 1 is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number 2 is something real foul went down.
Do you agree with Tamar? And keep in mind, this is Dish Station. Tamar was, and the rest of the hosts were asked the question. They answered because that's their job to do so. Y'all got to start reading and researching before responding to everything. And also on the Real, they talked about Tamar and Vince too. But anyway, like, share, comment below. Jeannie and Jeezy have said, no foul play. We're just not on the same page. We want a divorce. What y'all think about this? Like, share, comment below. I wasn't really feeling like why.
Okay. So Tamar's in it. Jeannie has been sans her wedding ring in recent Instagram posts, but she continues to use her married last name Jenkins as her handle amid her and Jeezy's silence. Rumors of infidelity also have begun to run rampant. All right, people, we got to talk about this. Leo, you're up.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So I feel like there's a lot of things at play. I will not engage in the infidelity type conversation. So don't look for me for that because I can't do that.
Right.
What I will talk about is the fact that whomever, either we're going to start with Jenny. Jenny moved in her mom and her brother and all of this into the house, in the Jeezy house. I think where they probably went wrong is when they went for that Vietnam trip. Maybe Jeezy did not communicate how serious he was about it just being the two of them. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with having a baby and having your mama to help you, because I don't think we do that. Like, we have babies when we new to this, we want our mama to help us with the baby. But the thing is, it has to be a plan for the mama to leave, right?
Right.
Like, mama still gonna have to leave, not move more people in. I think somewhere along the communication lines, Jeezy had to draw his line in the sand and say, look it, y'all is not paying attention to the fact that I want my family. Because he's had other children before, but he's never filed for joint custody before. And I think that's the key. He love that baby. That little baby is a little cutie. She's a caramel little baby. That baby is cute to me. And I feel... She is, Diva. She is.
No, she's not. So she's a cutie. But wait a minute. Sass K said they renewed the vows on that trip. Then he's messy.
He is messy. He is messy. The whole way he did it is messy. Like, I feel like he didn't even tell her. Like, he went to the courthouse and spilled it, and then put this post up and all this. Like, he messy. And I feel like that, and like both, as it always is, it's more than one person who is wrong in the relationship. Right. I still feel like the core problem is they did not create their own family first.
Right. She got married, mama moved in. And
and had a baby and all of that. There should be a core family that should have been established. And I do not think that this is over, because if Jeannie Mai catch the message, she need to fight for her marriage. I am not of the skill. I'm not of the sense of, he is with somebody outside of his culture and her culture. I feel like it's always been that. People have made relationships work for eons. outside of each other's culture if they really love each other. I believe that man he felt offended. He's assaulted. He ain't been paid attention to. He's not the type of man that's going to slap her around. What he did is took it to the court system and let you know I'm for real. If you not going to address me as the head of this household, then you got to go. And I respect him for that.
Yeah, you know what though? I will say this. We saw it with Sonya and Ross. At some point the parents got to go.
They got to go.
Yeah, you moving more people in. How do we have us time? How do we create our family life with the baby? Or maybe you should have bought a house that had a guest house attached to it, and maybe they could live over in the guest house and come over when we need them. Or I don't know what the case may
or
be.
Maybe he shouldn't go on tour as much, or maybe he shouldn't be doing that as much. Maybe he should have been more inclusive in the raising of this beautiful little baby girl that he has. I mean, it is all kind of ways they could have negotiated that, but I see the way that he doing things foul. And that's because he hurt and he ain't been heard, and he took it straight to the court. And I find that a big, like, blowhorn. I feel like that's not a dog whistle, it's a blowhorn. Mm-hmm. He is not being heard, and he took it to the court.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Leo. Tracy said Jeezy has a history of doing this. Whoa. It has nothing to do with Jeannie. He don't even really mention his other children in his book. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Woo!
He might be though. I'm not
oh my
it.
Gosh. Okay.
I'm not denying it.
Not mentioning the other biologicals. Okay, that's messy. That's messy. Wayne, what are your thoughts?
He might be messy, but that's his house. Mama got to go. She ain't got to go back to Vietnam or wherever she came from, but she got to get up out of here. I mean, not just getting married and mama gonna move in. What if all of his black family wants to come over and do like we do? Okay, fix some chitlins and pig feet, oxtail, all this.
I'm sorry, I will go on mute.
That's bull. No, you're not coming in. Tradition and no tradition. And to come with all your bags, like you gonna stay and you haven't even consulted me? Go get a job.
They said Jeezy never wanted to share custody of his other children. That's why I'm saying, where's little mama? They said 2 adult sons and another younger one. Why we ain't never see little mama in the pictures? At least
and that's true. And that's true. But we can't deny the fact that he feel like he want to be in this particular one's life. Hey, it is what it is. From a multi, a sibling family that I'm in, it is what it is. I mean, I got an older brother. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate you. Felicia, your thoughts?
Oh my. I didn't know we was blaming mama. What's going on here tonight? What?
He said mama mine got to get up out of here.
Wow. I saw a couple of clips of her mother. I don't think this is a mama issue. I think these are 2 people, like so many, who were shut down during the pandemic and maybe had a loss of life here or there, and they found peace in one another. I understand his mother passed during this pandemic. I'm not saying that's what she passed from, but I'm just saying that there was a loss. And I think many of us that have had close people that we've lost, there's a gap, there's a hole there. Mm-hmm. I don't know either of these people, but I understand that Jenny has a very good image in the press. Well, she had very charming and wholesome and smart, and she was married for 10 years, whatever that marriage was. And so this situation has happened to her and to him. And my thing is that it appears that she may have gone out of bounds. And so what am I saying? Well, it's something about expectations and values seem to be the issue. So I'm going to give Jeezy expectations, and I'm going to give Jenny values. So I know from some of the clips that I saw that she's very much into her culture to the point where it's primary in her life. And the household was run as that Vietnamese Asian culture to the point where, and I'm just going to, make it basic. I know a lot of folks who go to nail salons where the people are of a different culture and they speak a whole different language. And whether they're speaking about you or not in Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever, people tend to be uncomfortable. I can only imagine living in a household where that's done all day long. I saw a clip where Jenny says, well, yes, we're teaching my daughter Vietnamese, and we speak to her solely in that language. And the person interviewing her says, well, how's her father speak to her? And she says, well, he speaks South. What in the world was that? So it gives me insight to how you may be being treated in terms of what you bring to the table. And maybe she wasn't present in really being aware of all of the distance she was creating with her husband. And so now she's in a situation where the public knows that there's a problem. And traditionally, unfortunately, since so many foundationally Black American men don't commit to marriage, and then you have this one doing so, and then bailing out so quickly and bailing out in a quote unquote blind side, it leaves people to wonder, what's really going on here.
The thing though with the culture is, my thing is when you was dating her, you didn't think culture, like nothing, this never came up. Like I don't know, it baffles me. Like all of a sudden the culture just came out of nowhere and all of a sudden became a major problem.
No, Diva, the culture was what enamored them to each other. Like Jeannie Mai loved his culture, and obviously Jeezy loved her culture.
Right. Well, that's my point. Is like, when did it all of a sudden become a problem? Hold on 1 second. Lakeisha, thank you for the super chat. Was he messy on the trip, or did he try to set boundaries with his in-laws and she took him to Vietnam to convince him otherwise? 3 weeks is a long time. Yeah, usually though, when people go that far, they stay a while because it takes a minute to get there in the first place, right? Takes about a day or something just to get there. You know what? The thing is, we all guessing, right? Thank you, Lakeisha, for the super chat. We don't know, but I'm just saying generically, 2.5 years, bless you to somebody. 2.5 years, and now y'all wanted to tell us culture. Come on now. And Chanel, Nikki, she wanted to say we talk about the village, but now what do we want? We can't have both sides. We can't have both sides. The village helped me. To this day, they help me, but they ain't live in my house with me. The village can't help you and not live with you.
That was gonna be my point.
Okay. The village can help you all day long and not live in your house. I am coming to you 1 second. 48 TCO. Hold on 1 second. Let me just say this. Let me go. So he got the 3 kids. He seemed maybe he's a good daddy because there he got a picture with the son there, looking just like him. That's the son right there, looking just like him. But I don't know where the other daughter at. I don't see a picture of her. But at least that's the oldest son right there. And I don't know. There you go. He's 28. All right now. Looking a little, I don't know. Do he look like his daddy? I don't know. Okay, but that's one of the sons, okay? He seemed to have more pictures with this particular son. Okay. Oh, she cute too. She 9, but why do we only have the baby picture? We gotta look more into that story, but she's a cutie pie too. She actually looking a little bit like her sister. Her baby picture looks a lot like her sister. That's the latest one. She won. She a cutie pie. So, but I want to know what's going on with this one right here, Amara Noor Jenkins. She's 9. Where she be? What's going on with that situation right there? But anyway, it seems like he, the kids are in his life, and he wants to now, have joint custody for little mama that he just had. For the TCO, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Well, I think that it wouldn't have been a problem with the extended family. I think there had to be blatant disrespect. Shout out to all the side babies in the chat. And like myself, I know I would love to have a big family to help me with my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like probably the disrespect that went on along with it, and like they said, they went to Vietnam. Maybe she was taking him out there to show him, like, this is how we do it here. But then you caught a flight back to the US, ma'am. This ain't Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? And the things that are going on in America with the black man, I think that she, like, if she did talk to her parents about it, or her family, whatever, she needed to really put her foot down so it wouldn't have had to get to this point. And then her mama and them been here long enough to understand, and like Miss Felicia said, I'm in the state of Texas, in the great city of Houston, and I used to go to this Vietnam lady that used to do my nails, and I had to go off on her. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, man, I'm spending a whole lot of money and these people disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine her mama would be on the real doing some suspect stuff to her own daughter, just like the control of it all. You know what I'm saying? And this is a reminder for everybody: rice is only good for like 3 or 4 days after refrigeration. So the marriage ain't even last, longer than some rice. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah.
Woo. See, you want to know what's funny? So my girl that do my nails, I known her for 20 plus years. Me and her ain't got no problem. She understand me. I understand her. I think, and sometimes non-verbal communication is communication.
But Diva, her mama and them, Jeannie from the hood, like from the hood of Oakland. So her parents, like, for me, it's like it's no excuse for her mother or her brother for them not to understand where Jeezy was coming from. It was disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's what it had to be. And for him to be, and when people are saying, well, he don't talk about his other kids, we also don't know if that man's other baby mothers want their kids in the media. And then we haven't heard his grown son coming out talking disgruntled. We haven't really heard anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We might hear that from other celebrities, but I haven't heard anything, about Jeezy's kids not being taken care of, and he out here acting the fool, not being the good dad. I haven't heard of that. You know
I
what I'm
haven't
saying?
either.
So, that's just how I feel. And then when people say about like interracial, love who you love.
Yeah.
But like they say, be understanding and be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I be with somebody, I shouldn't, and they're from America, like they're from another, they're of another nationality, but they grew up here. I shouldn't have to tell you that the N-word is disrespectful, and I'll punch you, your mama, your sister, your grandma, your grandpa, all y'all. I'll punch all y'all in your mouth if it come out your mouth. And vice versa. It should be like that. It should be an unspoken respect. You should just know that's fitting to happen if you come at me like that.
Right. No, I hear you. Lakeisha, thank you so much for the super chat. So what is his book actually about? And is little mama and Jeannie Mai in the book? She said he didn't mention any of his kids in his book. So if he mentioned none of them, then I'll be okay with that, right? But if he mentioned, when you say none of them, do you mean he only mentioned little mama, the one he just had, but he didn't mention the other two? But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Where am I at? Julius, you're up.
That statement, because that was gonna be my point.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to the village,
Right.
We can have a resounding village, but we don't have to live. They don't have to be in our houses. Now, if you try and help them get on their feet, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come in to live without any kind of plan to get your own place and everything else, and me and my man, we trying to have couple time, fun time, fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's an issue because I like my fun time with my man, even though I ain't got a man right now. Okay, but listen, but I digress. And my Sophia Petrillo voice, love her. Bound, I mean, uh, the one who went before me, she said a whole lot, but she was on the money. The respect probably wasn't there. And if he filed for divorce in June after being in Vietnam for 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
like we say on this panel, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Child.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
That means the respect wasn't being shown. And we always, on the panel, we always clown the man and everything else, once in a while the women, but, okay, they dispelled the cheating rumor, whatever. But it goes into a whole other element when it comes to respect.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you went to Vietnam in May and you come and file in June, it wasn't anything that happened there. This thought process was on your mind already.
Oh, definitely.
Diva, but he might have went there. Her people was like, "Who this N word you got here?"
It could have been a whole lot of things, but I think the platform was already laid, and maybe there was something that happened where it was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. But I don't think it was just one. That's a weak marriage. If 1 3-week trip is the end all be all. Allie, thank you so much for the super chat. Now see, this is problematic here. She said her mother lived with her before they got married. They have a YouTube channel. He knew she was a package deal. Now, see, that's messy. That's messy. If you come through these doors and mom already got a room upstairs and you get on your knee, where you think mama gonna go?
Now, that's different if she was already living, if
I think so.
The young lady's mom was already living with her daughter.
Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, where mama supposed to go?
To a home, to an apartment.
Oh my God.
The one she been having in the Bay.
Jeezy is a Baptist. He from the South. So, like I said, it got to be respect. This should have been talked about way before they got married.
Right.
All of this stuff. The culture.
I think he agreed for her to be there. I think he agreed for her to be there.
Even if he agreed, that's why I said it had to be the respect. Because it's hard for me to believe that man just all of a sudden, just like, you know what? I just don't want her here no more. It had to be disrespect on the level that when she went to Vietnam, he like, girl, you could take me to Vietnam, Tokyo, Hong Kong. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So that
because he was not being acknowledged. He was not being acknowledged as the man of the house. Like he was not being acknowledged.
Yeah, even if it was a package deal, that's just like step parents for the side baby. Shout out to all the side babies of the world. When you get to be with another person, your child needs to respect that spouse. Unless that spouse that's with the parent is doing something foul, like physically, abusive, emotionally, that's different. But just because they ain't with your bald head mama or your grease back daddy no more, don't mean that you can get with somebody else. Because they're with somebody else, you can disrespect them. That say a lot about the parent.
I agree with that, but I also do believe that the incoming step parents should go at the child's pace.
Yeah, I also agree with that. But you know that you should also teach your kids that it is okay to once be in love and it don't work. But because we love you, we gonna make this work for you. But it's okay that dad or it's okay that mom likes whoever they like, whatever race they is, whatever gender they is. It's okay that they love them as long as they respect you and make you feel comfortable. When it starts to make my child feel uncomfortable, that's when we have a problem. But respect should be given just off top because they a damn child.
Oh my God. All right, wait, hold on. Adiba, someone told me that it has to do with the laws in Georgia. I can believe that. Because they were married with joint custody, he doesn't have to pay child support if they share custody. I get that. And that makes sense. I get that. It makes a whole lot of sense. Because he don't want to come up off his money. And really they could agree to say, you know what? You pay your part, I pay mine.
That would be good. But yeah. Okay, Diva, after everybody else speak, come back to me because I have something to say, but I want to. Well.
I definitely will. And shout out to the side babies.
Shout out to the side babies of the world.
Jimmy, you're so shady.
I'm just
not the side babies.
Okay. E,
the world.
Okay, E, what are your thoughts?
So I want to make sure you can hear me before I get started.
Oh, we can hear you. All right, let me sit up. Go ahead.
There's no point in throwing your mother out for a man who will just throw you out 2 years later. Honor your mother. That love is forever. This Jeezy dude, he's for the streets. Be clear. First of all, when a man has 3 kids by 3 different women, when you get with him, and he is 44 years old, and 2 of those children are under 16, this man is for the streets, okay? Can you say red flag? 3 kids out of wedlock and 2 orders of child support. That's first of all, okay? Not to mention, he was having dilemmas paying his child support for $7,500 a month. That was in the newspaper. I saw it, and you can Google it. He wasn't paying for his eldest daughter. Plus, he has been in the news for that eldest son. But yanking that boy up and threatening his life, he had to turn himself in 2012, I think it was. So don't pitch it to me. Like this man is some father of the year. You got it all the way backwards. Now let's put all this together with what we just learned.
I just said shout out to the side babies.
Jeannie, he has the side babies. Future Junior. Now, let's put this together with everything we've just learned. Because Jeannie got with this man when she was 42 years old. Now, she had the right idea. You marry white and you keep your black man on the side. Now, she had the right idea. But I'll tell you where she went wrong, okay? One thing that a black man is going to do is make you a single mother. You can believe that for sure, especially if he did it to the 3 women before you, okay? Now, Jeannie's problem was when those first 3 women threw him out and had to take him to court. Since we want to talk about Georgia law, you got all this money, you selling all these pharmaceuticals allegedly. Okay, you on the top of the charts, but somebody got to take you down to Fulton County to the judge to make you pay for your children. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here. So that tells me what type of values you have when it comes to taking care of your children, that the white judge has to make you pay. I got it. And so Jeannie didn't listen to those women because the Yelp reviews were out. She didn't do her homework. She disregarded his previous pathology of neglect towards family and refused to acknowledge the problematic behavior of this 40-year-old rapper. Jeannie thought she was special, but how quickly she found out a vagina is a vagina. And he liked the way you looked. He liked the way you looked and wanted to take dominion over you because you had everything going for you. You had this show. You were an Emmy award-winning TV host. Okay. Jeezy needed you for something else. Okay. It was just for the look. And Jeezy wasn't giving Jeannie nothing more than what he gave his first baby mama who was living in the hood. He love-bombed Jeannie. He gave her some attention, but ultimately said, what did we just see in the court papers? You leave the baby here Sunday through Wednesday. We're going to do 50-50 custody, and judge, please honor our prenuptial agreement. See, this man is not even honoring you. Talking about family values. He's not even willing to pay you any spousal support for you to even stay home with this child until she gets of speaking age and y'all can send her to school. He wants you back at it. Okay. Honor the prenup. Okay. So when we talk about honoring the prenuptial agreement and we're talking about family and the cultural expectations, Black men don't care about nothing when it comes to taking care of their mother-in-law. Most of them, I can't say all of them, most of them. And the reason they probably don't care a lot about their mother-in-law is just speculation. They make broken homes. They come from broken homes. And patriarchy entitles them to believe that all women must surrender to this black eggplant because that's the biggest weapon they have. And it's two trap house on nickels. If it is true that all of this divorce and these filings stem from his dislike for the mother-in-law, then he never respected her culture from the beginning. Because if the mother lived with that woman and she was taking care of her and doing, because that is what they do in that culture. And you've been parading her around and taking her on these trips. I'm sure she mentioned her mother. I'm certain of it. Now, he may not have thought that the mother was going to live in full time or what have you. But that's because Jeezy didn't do his own work either, because he thought she was going to submit. And that's why he wanted her, and he was going to get something more out of the deal. And he was going to convince her that submitting to him and being his trophy was good enough and she should abandon all else. Let me tell you something, women. Don't you dare throw your mother out on the streets and not wait to fend for herself for some black man. Okay? Don't you ever do that. Don't you ever do that. He really wanted her to abandon her customs and convert to his trap life, but he's not willing to abandon his trap life and convert to her Asian culture. Listen, I don't ever want to hear people say, oh, interracially dating is so easy. It's not. It's not. It's not. And both of them thought that they were going to one up the other and get something out of the deal. No, both of you got a hand of garbage, and now you got this baby who you're going to be fighting over Monday through Wednesday here and Wednesday through Saturday here. This baby is going to have one hell of a life, I'll tell you that.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I can't wait till you
Let me wait, hold on. I will say we dropped the mic and whoa. I will say
Boom.
I'm
Bam.
right now. No, I'm not kicking my mother out. I'm not. And especially if you came through the door and mama was here. But how about
She
this?
was
Even
already
if you
there.
came through the door and mama wasn't here, but something happened to mama and the only place mama could go is here, mama's coming here. She is.
Mama got 90 days.
Yeah.
If she disrespectful, mama got 90 days and she need to get it together.
Yeah. See, you know what though? Like me, mama and daddy, they did so much for me, and to this day they still here for me. No, mama got to come here. That's
Diva, let me ask you this.
If
your spouse, if your parent, that I know that's not your parent, but let's just say this was your parent, came in and was talking crazy to your spouse, you wouldn't like address your parent? And then if it kept getting to the point to where your spouse is coming to you and was like, hey, why your mama keep doing that, or why your daddy keep doing that, I feel like that's disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? But they keep doing it. You don't think he had the right to want to leave you or give you an ultimatum like, hey, okay, not just kick her out in like 30 days?
But you know what? No, I'm gonna be very honest with you. He would got to go. Let me tell you something about older parents. I can't say all of them. They mouthy. They mouthy. I know a lot. To this day, my mother won't tell me what to do, how to do it, where I got this on, where I'm going with that on, whatever that. I'd be like, all right, Ma, I love you. See you later. Love her to death. But she got mouth on her. She got mouth on her. Lakeisha, thank you for the super chat. The book was about his rise to success. Okay, so what she's saying is not that he talked about no family at all. Not about his family. No wife, no kids, no wife, etc. were addressed in the book. Okay, I got you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Truly appreciate you. Sasha, Thank you for becoming a member. I truly, truly appreciate you. You dropped the mic, E. I mean, you know, there's some things you said there, you know, me and you would kind of toss and go back and forth a little bit, but I'm with you on this. Mama's not getting put in the street. Not the woman who carried me for 9 months, not the woman that held me down my whole life, not the woman, no matter what went on with me, with whoever man, whatever the case may be, mama was there.
Not the one babysitting for me every day while you out in the streets and on the yachts, and I don't know where you are.
That part right there, that part right there. Shout out to Tupac, dear mama. Okay? And even Tupac, although you was a crack fiend, he still respected mama.
Sure
The
did.
Bible said, honor your mother and father, and your days on this earth will be long.
But that ain't his
Amen.
mama though. That ain't his mama though.
That's
Say
his
what?
mother-in-law though.
You
But
become
that ain't
one,
his
so it
mama
is
though.
his mama. You love my mama
Okay,
like you
but
love
you
your
can't.
own.
But you can't have it both ways though. When people say like, well, you gotta respect his mama, you gotta accept it. Then there's some stuff that she gotta do too. You can't just come into my house that I got with my wife by myself, whatever, and just come in there and think you run stuff.
It's not his
No,
house, it's their house now. They have a family.
yeah, it's their house. Their house.
You know, let me ask you this.
Who diva is shaking?
Yeah, it's shaking. Let me ask you this, 48. Let me ask you this. Do you not think though, before he asked this woman and said, you know, well, you marry me, you mean to tell me he didn't see none of the signs with mama?
I believe if he did, I believe, like I told you when it first started, I believe it was disrespect on levels that we'll probably find out as more of this stuff come out. Because her mama was problematic on the show. People were talking about her mama way before we talking about it with Jeezy. Just the way that she handled Jeannie Mai and her white husband.
But he sold drugs. He can read people. That's the one thing Doug
It
didn't know
don't
how to do.
matter. It
So
don't
he
matter.
knew that
Like
from the
that's the
beginning.
point. That's what I'm saying though. People be trying to, you can't pick just what you want out of it. You got to look at the whole thing. You
Well,
want
if you pick what you
the
want, it's the same
respect,
thing.
Okay,
but
so
you don't
hold
want
on,
it. You
guys,
want
'cause
the
I gotta
respect,
let.
but you don't give the respect. You can't
Well, he
do
knew
that.
it
That's
though.
just general in life. I can't go to the people in McDonald's and talk crazy to them people and expect them not to do something to my food or talk crazy to me back. I can't go to the people that I work with every day and be snotty and be stuck up and expect these people to come to my aid or be there for me, sort of something like Monique. You can't expect people to do stuff for you and they putting stuff out for you. He helping you in the first place. He could have rejected you as soon as you came in. So
Well,
it
you're not
had
telling
to
my
be.
baby you putting her
Okay,
grandma
so
out
wait,
in the nursing
hold
home.
on, guys. I gotta let other people in this. Now, this is a good question. Thank you for this, Akeisha. Where was Mama Mai during the 10-year marriage? Did she live with them?
She did.
All these quote
She did?
unquote people
Okay.
I don't
who are
know.
saying
Savannah said
no,
she
she
did.
didn't. She did not.
Okay,
She
so
did
hold
not.
on,
She did.
So
Sebastian.
She was
Jeannie
there.
Mai and
Hold on,
Jeannie,
Sebastian, hold on. I'm coming to you. Savannah, you're up.
So I've been following Jeannie Mai since How Do I Look? So when she was doing the fashion show, How Do I Look? And so that goes way back. And Mama Mai was there, and the one who put in the chat of that they do have a YouTube channel, and Hello Honey, and Jeannie Mai did stop talking to her mom for a few years because she confessed to her mom that she was touched as a child, and her mom did not believe her, and so she did that broke their relationship, and they had to go to counseling, and her mom by she was touched by a family member or family friend, and then a counselor helped them get the relationship back together. So my daughter and I used to watch Jeannie Mai and her style shows and stuff like that. So I've been following Jeannie Mai for a very long time. And when she was married to Freddie, and Mama Mai is a firecracker, so she did live with her and Freddie for a very long time. When they came back through their relationship, and she at that time the divorce with Freddie, and she helped Jeannie recover from the separation from Freddie, and so this relationship with Jeezy. So Jeezy knew what he was walking into. Mama Mai lived with Jeannie. So Jeezy knew that she was there. She's been there all along. So he knew what he was walking into. So for her, and in the Asian culture, confusion states that just like in the Spanish culture, you are to honor and respect and care for your elderly parent. They are the heart, or the adult children should always respect, care, support, and obey their aging parent, no matter how an overbearing or meticulous or just intrusive that they can be. And again, Mama Mai, she can be a handful, and Jeannie, like they do have, they do trauma bond quite a bit on, and they're on Facebook, and because Mama Mai has been through some trauma herself, and Jeannie's helping her go through that. She was also an SA survivor. And so they are going through that process right now. So that's before this issue came up. So this is, this is new. So I have been following Mama Mai and Jeannie for quite some time. Jeezy, he's something else. I did see when they renewed their vows, and I think he played her on this one. I don't think that he did her right. I think, I mean, I don't think he was right when he didn't do her right on this one. I think
blindsided her.
He should have did counseling. They should have went other, because he knew how Mama Mai was, and Mama didn't disrespect her. I don't know what they do behind closed doors, but I did see them on social media. And Jeannie was all about having everything on social media. It was more of a production, and he was more behind the scenes and didn't want to have everything online. But for her was everything, having it on social media and grandstanding, and and he didn't want everything online and being for the gram and things like that and being more private. But Jeannie liked to showcase, and he didn't like that. So I think that also severed their relationship. So I think it is broken. I don't think they can come back from this, unfortunately.
You know what I want to say too, though? I think what maybe Jeezy needs to understand is that online now is not just maybe people just wanting to put it online. It's they monetize from it. I don't want to go down this road, but that Russell Bland, he is losing a lot of money now from his YouTube channel and from a lot of other streaming services, so to speak, which accounted for a good portion of his income. So her doing these online things, she might like it, but also it could be a good pity penny for their household, right? When you put this out there, because the people love it, the brands love it. She takes great pictures. She's another one. She's cute, right? And then she got little mama's cute. And people love to see that. I love to see, the celebrities with their kids. I think Brooklyn and Kenya, there's such a cute mom-daughter couple. So the people, the fans love it, but the brands love it too, right? So her doing all of these, YouTube and putting it out there on the social media, I think, yes, probably because she loves it. But in addition to that, she's monetizing off of something she doesn't mind doing, right? So Espar said, thank you for the super chat. Jeannie Mai disowned her mother for 8 years. The mother was probably telling him how to raise their daughter. Probably was, but you know what though? That's not just a cultural thing. That's a parent thing. You know, the parents, they want to tell us, they're going to tell us what to do with our life to the day they no longer here. That's a parent thing. Not just a culture thing. That's a parent thing. They're going to come all up in your business. The whole family came when I had my son. No, you put the crib over here. No, don't wrap them like this. No, that. I'm like, okay, whatever. Go, y'all do whatever y'all want over there right now. Because they was going to leave.
Guilty.
Because they was going to leave. I was like, it ain't no big deal. To this very day, and the kid is 18. The grandparents want to tell me what to do, how to do it. I'm talking on both sides, and I'm just like, I let it roll off my back. It don't really, like, it take a lot to get me worked up. It take a lot to get me worked up. I let a lot of stuff just roll off my back. It ain't that serious to me. Because I know at the end of the day, they care. And they doing it all out of love. You know, so I'm just like, I let it go. And I still do my thing anyway. They was like, why are you buying all that stuff for the dorm? I was like, yeah, I know, whatever. And I still bought it anyway. Like, so why do I need to go back and forth with you? And I'm going to do it anyway. And you going to say what you want anyway. And I'm going to just let it roll off my back. Not a big deal. Right? So, you know, now here's the thing. Somebody else said, if the mother ignored my pleas about being, you know, SAA, I don't know if I would want my mom to be watching my kids. I would agree on that because I would be a little wary. You ignored me. I hope you ain't gonna ignore something maybe happened to my kid. I don't know, but I get it. There's a lot of good points on both sides of the coin in this particular conversation. Savannah, thank you for your thoughts. Sebastian, you've been shaking in your seat. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I had to drink some water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This whole
before you go, Sebastian, you know what? This is to everybody, but Emmanuel, you sparked the thought process on this. A lot of assumptions are being made here. That's what we do when we debate these things, because we will never, ever, ever, I don't care how many articles are written. I don't care even if there's people speak out themselves. We will never, ever, 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 ever know every angle, every side for a fact, but it's a conversation for debate because you know what? Here's the thing. This happens in real life. In real life, people end up ending their relationship because of the in-laws. That's facts. Whether the in-laws move in or not. Sometimes the in-laws don't physically live in your home, but they do live in your home via your spouse, because everything that come out your spouse's mouth, you know it came out the in-law's mouth first. Sometimes you got to tell your spouse, stop telling me what your mama said. This just facts. This is all, you know. So we have these conversations so we all can grow. But I tell you, my tip for this whole situation is I don't care if you're 50 and never had a kid. I don't care if you're 40, never had a kid, and you really want one. I don't care if you're 35. Don't rush into no marriage. Be careful who you give birth to and who the father is. Because you got the rest of your life, you got to deal with that person indirectly, directly, and all in between. You stuck with them. Tag, you're it. So just be careful. And don't be so, don't get too lonely where you figure like, you know what? I'm just going to marry whoever. Misbehaving. Thank you so much for this super chat. Jay-Z gave Jenny a 90-day notice. The papers were drawn up in June and filed in September. Jenny and Mama Mai knew what type of man she was marrying. Woo! Listen.
Yeah, Black King.
Oh my God. Listen, Miss Behaven, thank you so much for the super chat. You know what? Listen, and rightfully so to any wife, right? Any wife, any husband. I'm not mad at you. You trying to save your relationship. Do what you got to do. But also, I will say this, know when it can't be saved. Don't let nobody tell you twice they don't want you. And listen, in the name of TDJs, if somebody want to walk out of your life, let them walk. Let them walk. Because if you was the one, they going to wake up one day and figure it out. Sebastian, your thoughts?
Okay. First, I want to say these are my opinions. I don't know the full history behind Jeannie Mai and Jeezy's relationship because I don't live with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 24-hour footage of their marriage for the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
This was a pandemic marriage, and a lot of bloggers have started to report on this too. A lot of people who got into relationships, marriages, and etc. during the pandemic, a lot of them are collapsing.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
A lot of them are collapsing. Jeannie has been problematic ever since she's been on The View.
Oh my God.
In terms of the section called relationships.
I'm gonna let you finish, Sebastian. Give me 1 second. To your point, E, he was ordered to pay $7,500 a month, and he likes his cultural woman. So was it really the culture? Maybe, maybe not, right? Because Jeezy and Mai got engaged in December 2016, but split in 2019.
Come on.
Okay, and since then have been on bad terms. They were embroiled in a garlic custody battle over Little Mama, which was reportedly settled with the rapper paying $7,500 a month in child support, but plus $30,000 a year for the school tuition.
Okay, boom, there it is.
Okay, he got 4 kids. So yeah, it's a lot, but he likes, he likes other cultures. Yeah,
well, except for those 2 boys, because they black.
Yeah, right. Except for the first 2. And after that, he decided to do something a little bit different. Okay. So Jeezy is not all innocent, but I'm sorry I interrupted you, Sebastian. Continue.
Okay. Jeannie Mai has been problematic ever since she was on The Real, because I used to watch The Real frequently.
Mm-hmm.
When she sat up on there, leaning on Lonnie, crying with those tears, saying, me and Freddie are having issues because Freddie wants kids and I don't. I really don't want kids. That's what Jeannie said in verbatim.
She did.
You can find that video, guys. In verbatim, Jeannie said she did not want kids.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I get that your culture, religion, and etc. are very important when you're getting in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I get that your mother can move in and etc. But I'm going to say this. I don't think Jeezy has an issue with Mama Mai. In my opinion, I think Jeezy has an issue with Jeannie.
Oh, my.
I don't think Jeezy has an issue with Mama Mai.
Okay.
Mama Mai is a very problematic as well, but, entertaining person.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I do believe she could have changed her mind. Yes, she could have changed her mind. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie Mai has an issue with commitment. And it needs to be said.
Mm.
I understand that she was married for 10 years with Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I've followed up on Freddie. Congrats to Freddie. I think he just became a father not too long ago.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She has issues, and I think she needs therapy before she gets into any relationships. Also, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt what I'm going to say.
Okay. Uh-oh.
A lot of foreign cultures, the N-word is something that they've always seen in movies and etc. describing Black people.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not think that Mama Mai would use that word because Mama Mai has been in the U.S. for many years and knows that that word is offensive. Now here we're going to go to the hard part. Jeezy has every right to file for this divorce however he wants to. No, maybe when he went to Vietnam, he saw this. He probably was like, you know what, let me give her another chance. But when he came back, they had another fight probably. And he was like, you know what? Let's submit these papers in.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that we want to blame it on Black men. And I feel as if a lot of people who want to blame it on Black men were probably hurt. And I'm so sorry.
Oh. Ooh. Woo, woo, woo.
I'm so sorry if you were
Woo,
hurt.
woo, woo. Oh,
Especially
Jesus.
like this. I'm so sorry if you were hurt.
Oh my God.
Really? One day you'll find a good one. One day you'll find a good one. But you probably
Wow.
were hurt.
Mm,
This is not okay
mm.
when people of different cultures and religions get married to each other and don't have these conversations before they get married on how they're going to raise their kids. Are they going to give a culture blend? Are they going to, raise the kid in the same both religions and just make them choose whichever one they want to be in when they're grown? These conversations need to happen before you get married.
Mm-hmm.
This needs to happen before you get married. But this was a pandemic. This relationship was built on a pandemic. The pandemic is closer to ending. Thank God. A lot of people didn't make it, but thank God. And a lot of the relationships are collapsing. A lot of the relationships are collapsing. And yes, I agree with what I said. I stand by it. A lot of people who don't like black men and want to talk bad about them probably were hurt by them, but there are a lot of black men from different parts of the world that you could find, and you probably will find a nice one. The same way black men get hurt by black women too, but we don't see them crying all the time.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's my part. I ignore it.
You think, hold on, you think
Hold
that
on one second, E. Hold on one second. This chick right here, one of his baby mamas, she ain't black. She ain't black. She was pissed. She was pissed, Sebastian. Okay? So stop it. I love you, but stop, okay?
What did I say that was wrong?
The young Jeezy accused of failing to uphold child support debt.
Well, he should pay his child support. That's different, though. He should pay his child support.
So why are you defending him for not paying
him for not paying his child support? I'm just defending him against Jeannie Mai, who has a lot of
as conservative as you are, Sebastian, when it comes to well, you preach all the time when you get up here about women having low body counts and that you believe in people
men
not
have low body counts too.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's a man is 40 years old. He has a child that is under 10 years old that he's paying child support for by two other different women. Even though that oldest child is older, he's created 3 broken homes. So he burdened 3 different women with these children. He doesn't want to pay. He's not saying I want joint custody because I love my child so much and I want to invest in her future. He wants joint custody so that he doesn't have to pay another $7,500. And you want to paint him as the victim, and you want me to be the villain because you claim that I've been hurt and I'm spewing this against all black men. No, I'm talking about all black men who create broken homes. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying
You said that Jeannie needs counseling because she has.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
He has the 3 broken homes though, not her. So why doesn't he need counseling too?
Well, he's a changed man now.
Hold on. The train is shaking. Hold on. Darm said it best. Sebastian, have you heard of Tyrese? The biggest crybaby out there, always crying. You can go down his timeline on his Instagram. The biggest crybaby, and then he got the nerve to have allegedly wanted to get up on somebody else's wife.
Hello.
Denzel,
That's one in a few. I could name 10 black women who complain about black men.
Oh my goodness.
Denzel.
Denzel.
Well, hey Diva, everybody.
Hey Diva. I want to give in.
Hey Diva.
Hey.
I want to give
Hey
in my
Diva.
spot back. I'm leaving.
Oh.
Woo woo woo.
Go ahead, Denzel.
Hey Diva, everybody.
Bye, Sebastian.
Bye bye.
Go ahead, Denzel.
Don't let the door hit you.
Ooh.
Oh my God! I cannot.
Look, listen. Please don't be mad at me. But I'm just gonna say this. I'm just keeping it real. Listen, all black men don't have a broken home. It is other men in different nationalities that have a broken home and leave their wife or girlfriend and they leave them as a single mother. I just want to say that.
Shout out to the black man. That's what you wanted to do. Go ahead, Denzel. Give you a shout out to the black man. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that all black men ain't bad. It's different nationalities of men that do that type of stuff. I mean, let's keep it real now.
I feel you, Denzel.
You feel me?
Sebastian. Shout out to Sebastian. And the
Look,
babies.
look, it's all love, Diva. I love you. I love y'all.
Listen, I'm not the one leaving the building. Your boy Sebastian left the building. He can't stand the heat. He
can't dish it out. Can't take.
He can't take it. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
But like I said, I love you, Diva, and I love y'all. You know, it's all love. You know, it's we still we still family, and it's all love. We catch the train, we don't catch feelings.
That part.
But anyway, I like Jeannie Mai. I like Jeezy. I like them both. But I will say that I do feel bad for Jenny because she went through a lot. Her ex-husband Freddie, allegedly he cheated on her. I feel bad for her. But I will say this. Do I think she's a racist? No, I don't. But that one thing she said I did not like when she said on the reel, she said that she likes to have her dark meat on the side. I did not like that. That I did not like. Maybe I'm looking into that too big.
Speaking into existence. Now her dark meat he is on the side.
Ooh. Ain't that something, Diva? Ain't that something? Right. But yeah. So I didn't like that she said that she liked her dark meat on the side. I didn't like that because when you trying to say you got like a fetish or something. But anyway, I like Mama Mai. If she want her mom there, that's her mom. So that if he knew about her mom staying there with her, if he knew about how her life was, well, why did he marry her then? If that's what it was, and the thing is, he was I'm not gonna say a little. He was messy for filing for divorce. It's like, okay, so did you really love her? Like what what happened? Like what happened? So it's like y'all go to where her country, where she was from, Vietnam, going down there and then like learn. What people need to understand, Diva, is that before you get into a marriage or a relationship, learn the person's culture.
How about this? How about learn the person? Period.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Get to know that they live with their mama.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Learn their culture. Learn the person. Just get to know the person before you even get into a marriage or a relationship with the person. Because at the end of the day, when you get in a marriage or a relationship, you need to know what you're dealing with. But then you want to wait and break up from the person. I don't get it. And now they got a daughter. The poor thing. I hope they co-parent. Respectfully, I hope they co-parent, and I hope they can work it out. I hope they can work out their marriage because I hate to see people getting divorced or broken up. So I hope they can work something out. But the thing is, It's just
the only
crazy.
thing they
It's
about to work
crazy.
out right now is custody and child support and all that. Because I think
Do you think he should pay child support, Diva?
I think they should work out whatever they need to work out because he done. But hold on 1 second, Ali. Thank you for the super chat. The man on spare witness this. If it weren't for black men complaining about black women, what is Sebastian talking about?
Come on, Ali.
Come on
Woo,
now.
woo, woo.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He don't
All
ran
right
off
now.
the train. We're never gonna know because he ran off the train. Bye,
And
Sebastian.
Can I
No,
say
I'll
something else,
speak up for
Diva?
Sebastian.
Can I say something else, Diva?
No, one more thing, because I gotta get, in my opinion, in the building.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Diva,
No,
for
you're
being
fine.
long-winded. I'm sorry.
It's
But
okay.
yeah, you know, like all I'm just gonna say, like you said, Diva, just learn the person, just learn the culture, learn their religion, because that's an important thing before you get in a relationship and a marriage. And all I'm gonna say is that I pray for them and I wish them well. God bless, and that's it. Diva. Sorry about my time.
No, you're fine. You're fine. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Okay, so I've been waiting on this one. Okay, first of all, let me tell you something. The problem is everybody wants to be married so doggone bad that they don't learn what it takes to make a marriage work. Okay, marriage is not just something you do. Okay, it's a commitment. It's hard work to be married. It's hard work to be married, and it's hard work to stay married. And if you ain't willing to do the work that it takes to stay married, then don't get your behind married in the first place. I am so tired of people treating marriage like it's some kind of trophy to put on the shelf. It's not. And it ain't gonna stop. The work don't stop just cause you got that marriage license, okay? Just cause you done had the pretty wedding and you done invited all the folks to spend all the money. That don't mean your marriage gonna be successful. If you don't put the work in, you ain't gonna get the work out of it. Okay? So let me tell you something. If you not for sure you wanna get in this thing and make it work, don't put your butt on the line and go down that aisle and say I do. Because I'm telling you, a marriage is work, work, work. And if you ain't willing to do the work, save yourself and your partner the time and energy and say no.
Thank you, in my opinion. Derby Diva, you're right. Sebastian is a typical man. He came through. He made sure the train was about to crash and burn, and then he saved himself. He jumped off.
Well, Diva, I was telling him to give me my seat back because he stole my seat, so I told him to give it back.
Right.
He left all of us like Jeezy left all his baby mamas. Bye, Sebastian.
Ooh,
And you weren't wrong about that, and Savannah was right. Mama Mai did stay with Fred and them while they was married, but that's the thing. He didn't learn who he was marrying. He didn't learn what it was gonna take to make that marriage work. Because not now once I heard, oh, we went to counseling. No, we tried to make this work because you didn't do the work. You didn't put the work in. You didn't want to be married. You just wanted to look good.
Yeah, and she wanted the baby. She kept telling her first husband she never wanted. Instead of saying, I ain't want a baby with you. But anyway.
Well, here's the thing. A woman has the right to change their mind. Maybe she didn't want the baby at that time. Maybe she did want this baby. I mean, women change their mind and we have the right to do that. Like, I don't expect no woman to go out there and
go to the court and say he wanted divorce.
He does, but this is the thing. He hasn't put in none of the work though, Diva. If you telling me,
why does he
if
have
you telling me, if you telling me,
got rights, if we all got rights, she got the right after being in this marriage for 10 years and this man saying he was begging her for a baby. And she sat up on the real talking about how she just did not want to be a mother because what's her name? Lonnie Love always talked about how she did not want kids. And those two joined together, hands and sisterhood, saying, yo, you don't get it. I just don't want kids. And 365 days later, you get with Jeezy, and now all of a sudden you change your mind. You want to have this baby, woo, woo, woo. So just like you change your mind on your husband, your now husband changed his mind on you. And he down at the courthouse saying it's a wrap.
But you can't say you tried you can't say you tried everything to make it work if you ain't tried everything to make it work.
So we are giving people permission to change their mind. Then we got to give him right, wrong, and different the permission to change his mind and say deuces. we got to be fair here if that's what we putting on the table.
We are being fair though, D, but that's the difference. It's the difference between being fair about changing your mind about what you're gonna do about being a mother, because that's a lifelong. Trust me, your mother. You don't stop mothering when your kids get 18. Okay, I got some that's grown. Okay, and I'm still mothering.
Okay, but we don't want to go off the track that way. I think we all agree to that because we just most of us set up here. We ain't gonna kick our mother out the house. So you never stop being a mother, just like you will never stop being, a daughter or a son or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful about these mama laws too, because mama laws are coming in and wreck your marriage real quick. Like I'm telling you, baby, because the mama laws won't be all up in the business.
We gotta agree to disagree, but I will say this: if I'm gonna give one person leeway to change their mind, then I'm gonna be fair. I gotta give the other person leeway to change their mind.
But that was not within their marriage, though, Diva. The leeway to change their mind, she changed her mind within the Freddie marriage. When she got with Jeezy, the mind had already been changed, so it wasn't within that.
Right? No, what I get it, but I'm talking in general. If we're saying that people have the right to change their mind in general, then they got the right to change their mind. I got the right to wake up and be like, I don't want to be married to you no more.
Right, but that is not the same thing that happened within this particular marriage between Jenny and Jeezy. That wasn't the thing of we changed our mind. That's not what he said. What he said was it's irretrievably broken. And that's a thing. So what was it that broke the marriage is what we don't know about.
We don't know. But wait, what I'm saying is, I know we're going back into details of things. I'm on a very generic level right now. If I wake up and think it's broken, if we all got our own individual rights, I woke up and I thought it was broken. I'm done. I'm out. Deuces, bye. Just like she woke up with her other marriage and decided like it was a wrap and we wasn't getting along anymore because I didn't want kids and he did. And we gave her the opportunity to have that right. Then now, boom, the boomerang comes back around and your now husband has the right to say he's done. Right?
Black men can't change their mind.
Huh?
Black men can't change their mind.
Jeezy
changed his mind 3 times before.
Oh my God, the train is shaking. Hold
it's
on.
shaking, Jeezy changed his mind 3 times before when he left his 3 previous baby mamas. He changed his mind then, didn't he?
Come on, E.
Yeah, no, but see, let me do this super chat. Ali, thank you so much for the super chat. I honestly feel he filed because he wanted her in Georgia and she wanted her career. He felt her accepting that job with Access Hollywood was disrespectful towards him and was the straw that broke the camel's back. It could be a lot of things, right? But my thing is that in terms of her, and I'm connecting with a lot of pieces of these conversations. In terms of her, I am a chick with a track record. Like, so I look at the track record because the track record speaks for itself. You can ignore the red flags if you want to, but track record says a little something, right? And so, like you said, it's track record with the past baby mamas. And then you got a baby mama that you can't even get along with. This is just me personally. I'm good. You can't get along with that. Now, I would start to do a little something if you was getting along with them and there was some type of relationship going on. But you not getting along with the baby mothers is a red flag for me. I'm not saying it needs to be a red flag for anybody else, but it's a red flag for me. You don't get along with your mama and your daddy. I'm sorry, that's a red flag for me. Maybe not for anybody else, but that's a red flag for me. Okay. I got a whole lot of red flags, and I'm not doing this Tyler Perry nonsense. If you can pay my light bill and you take me out every now and then and you got only 10 red flags and not 20, I'm gonna get with you. Nah, I can stay in my house by myself. What's the candy coated whatever? Child, bye. I'm not about to do the nonsense with nobody. I'm not. And with the red flags, they mean something. They're showing you something. People usually don't change who they are. So this man had a history, like you said, Ian. I won't move away from this. He left behind 3 broken homes. I call it dead bodies. You left behind 3 dead bodies, and you think I'm gonna give you the opportunity to make me number 4? I pass.
No, sir, no, ma'am.
I pass. No, wait, no how. I pass on that. No, I'm not doing that. We're not about to do that over here. So you go ahead over there with all your cuteness. Because remember, he was opening doors. It's his birthday. He put a billboard up for me. All of this. That same man that did all of that. Now all of a sudden, your mama is a problem? Come on, it just don't make it make sense. You got to make that make sense. That just don't make sense. He was buying you billboards. I'm sure mama was around then. And most people, when you first have that baby, especially for her, it was her first one. It was the first, I don't know if it was the first grandbaby, but I'm going to take it as it was the first grandbaby. Yeah, and them parents going to be up in your face, their first grandbaby. And not for nothing, I'm not trying to be crazy here. Not maybe be her last because of where she is in age.
Yes, exactly.
So you think that mother ain't going to be up in that face? That's going to be her only grandbaby from Jeannie Mai? Of course she is. And I don't care what culture you are. You could be an alien. That's my grandbaby. Probably my only grandbaby Jeannie Mai is going to have. I'm just saying, who wanted to speak?
Hi, my sweet babies.
Oh, that's right, Smoke. Go ahead, babe.
I had to come on the train.
Oh, not Smoke.
I thought it was Monique. I thought
Hey,
it was
Smoke.
Hi, my sweet babies. I thought it was Monique.
That's me acting. Okay, quick. I love Monique. I'm gonna preface this. I love Monique. I've loved her since I was a kid. I grew up on the Parkers. Here's where I have an issue with her. When she was sitting high and fly in the sky, had her good edge control on and her weave pressed up, and had on that fur coat, and me sitting there like that Netflix check was doing something. And now you coming at us talking about the Parkers when you signed the contract, you read the fine print. And here's the thing that I remember her and Professor Ogilvy did an interview talking about we about to get paid once they hit their 100 episodes to get into syndication. What happened, beloved? You don't want us to read the contract. Is this the same contract that your lawyer made with D.L. Hughley that you were supposed to be the opening act, but you end up being the secondary and he was the closing act? I need Monique and Daddy to get it together because Daddy, and someone said in the chat earlier, Daddy sits there quiet because he wants Monique to take the strays by herself. So that way he can't be held accountable for anything that comes out of her mouth. And I'm like, Monique, we get it. You want your money. You need to do your contract better and be a better deal negotiator. I bet you fire Daddy because it seems like Daddy might be lining his pockets and you sitting there broke and struggling being on the chitlin circuit and doing the comedy act. Now, in regards to this Jeannie Mai and this Jeezy, I caught bits and pieces of this. Here's my thing. As a culture and as a society, some of us have such an addiction to love bombing. We like to present our representatives to another person, be like, oh, they're so good, they're so lovely. And the first sign of trouble or conflict, that's when things break. It should have been a red flag for him that this woman left a marriage of 10 years saying she didn't want a child. And then after 6 months of getting with the D, all of a sudden she wants a child. That's a red flag. And like you were saying, Diva, she's seen that if he was able to leave 3 women with children, what makes you think that you are so special that he was going to stick around for you through the trials and tribulations? And you come from a different culture. You don't think that there would have been obstacles right there? If he didn't respect the women he was with, what makes you think he's going to respect their Vietnamese mother and her going to raise her grandchild? So I find it unacceptable, period. Know who you are dealing with, or better yet, be honest about your situation. I know, in my opinion, she's talking about women have the right to change their mind, but I'm with Diva. Men have the right to change their mind. It doesn't matter the circumstances, the situation. Even if it's only a year or 2, if you decide you want to leave a marriage after 10 years, he can decide after day 1, be like, I don't want to do this. Kim K did after 72 days. So I'm just saying, be honest.
Come through with it. Talk that talk.
Be honest about what you want from people. Stop trying to put this illusion of this marriage and the child and the house and the fences. No, like if you want to be in a relationship where you sleep with every Tom, Dick, and Harry in town, fine. If that's what you define as happiness, go ahead for it. But don't lie to yourself and get into a situation you don't want to be in, but because of where you are in age or where you are in life, you trying to put up for everybody else. And this is why you probably are going to be baby mama number 4, may not get the spouse support you need for your child, and then there you look as silly and dumb working in your mom's nail shop. No offense, I'm not trying to be racist here, but I'm just creating the optics of just the situation. That's what I'm talking about. People are not honest. Oh hell, Sebastian, what you coming to do now?
You listen, let me tell you something, Smoke. You done dropped it and you spoke the facts.
You did speak the facts.
You spoke the facts. You spoke the facts. It don't matter the circumstances. If we giving people the rights to change their mind, then everybody has the right to change their mind, whether it's 10 years, 72 days, 2.5 years, or whatever the case may be. And you got to look at the red flags. Disrespected all the previous baby mamas to the point where him and one don't even get along. He ain't even honoring and paying the $7,500 a month he's supposed to pay. Why do females think that is not going to be me? This man is doing the previous ones before him dirty, but you wake up and it ain't going to be me. He bought a $10,000 what do you call that, billboard, because bare minimum those cost 10 grand, so that everybody can vote for you on Dancing with the Stars, and you owe this chick $7,500 a month. Where they do that at?
Well, I want to say this real quickly. Black men don't make single mothers. Black men don't make single mothers. It takes two to do the do, and it takes two to exit out too. So we're going to call it like it is.
So you think that all 3 of those women are to blame, but the one man who affected all 3 of those women, he shares no responsibility?
They each have a part in it. And so does he.
Okay, I can hold that. That's true.
They each have a part in it.
But it's his pattern of behavior, because if you get with women who do not have children before you and you leave them with children every time you exit, because that's what you said, 2 come in, 2 pull out. Well, if you keep pulling out and leaving stuff behind, then haven't you learned the lesson?
Wait, Sebastian, can I step in? Well, he can't pull out of something that wasn't open to begin with.
Oh no, see, y'all ain't doing that. Gotta train this.
Smoke.
So who will men have sex with if they can't have sex with women? So you want women to be cooperative, you want women to be submissive, and then when they are cooperative and they are cooperative,
the train has crashed and burned. He done came back on this train to take us all out.
Well,
let me say this really quickly, and we about to close out. Let me say this really quickly. First of all, you are the man, and you're coming in constantly getting with females and leaving broken homes behind on purpose. Let me tell you this. If you talk to maybe 100 ladies who had a child by a man, I'm going to tell you the last thing that probably 99.9% of them wanted was to be in a position where they was going to be a single parent.
Right.
99.9% of them wanted to be in a position where they was going to be a single parent. See, the thing is with the mom, you can't run, you can't hide. You go leave your baby somewhere, everybody going to look at you like you the devil. But these men get to walk away every single time. And what they do a lot is they try to punk the chick, because now if you go to court, they want to say, oh, you want to take the man, you want to take the black man to court, you want child support. What gives? You left me here with this baby by myself. Now you want to try to punk me and make me look even more like a devil because I'm asking you to help pay for the child you left behind. Then when you do pay, you want to act like I'm using the money to buy a pocketbook, a pair of shoes, this, that, and the other. That kid got to eat. That kid got to go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. That kid may need some braces. That kid may want to go to the movies every now and then. Maybe that kid want to play football. And if you think I'm going to be calling you every second to say I need a nickel, dollar, dime. The devil is a liar.
Come on, Diva.
Can I speak to
Amen.
Give me 1 second. And that's why all the ladies out there, and I'm not talking about the men that's already stepping up. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about the one that won't. Don't let them punk you. Go down to that courthouse and get what's right for you and that kid.
Right.
Okay, because you shouldn't have to be on the phone or texting nobody, and then they talk about this week I ain't got it. Well, you got to have it every week because that's right. Your house and needs a piece of chicken or whatever the case may be. So yes, that man is messy and he's wrong. If you're gonna lay down with that lady and you know you really don't want her, you just playing with her, then cover it up. And yes, should the ladies keep their legs closed? But you know what? Since both of us are doing it, what we doing. If there's an end result that comes out of that, then both of us should take care of that result.
But Diva, here is my thing.
Hold on 1 second. Ali, thank you for the truth chat. Men have a choice to pow the club up, but they lack self-control. There are a lot of men in these streets that don't have kids all over the place because they understand how biology works. You better talk about it. You better talk about it. I know a few men that in talking about my age bracket, they ain't got a kid in the street. And then I know some that got kids all over the streets. Don't do that. It ain't right. Well, this is a whole nother conversation for another day. Smoke, I'm gonna let you get a word in, but I got to go. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say it like this: it takes two to tango. So just like a gun is only deadly if it's unsheathed, you can put something in there that protects you from getting pregnant. That's all I'm there. So
she shouldn't have to do it in her marriage, though.
Okay, I'm all going to say about
that part, in my opinion.
It takes two people to make a parent. It takes two people to make a child. Sorry. So
and you shouldn't have to do that in your marriage.
It doesn't matter if it's in a marriage or a situationship or a relationship.
No, it does matter. If it's
okay, so you saying the white folks will withhold from her husband because we don't know if you're going to go away.
She sees he is not ready. If he hasn't been a father to his first 3 kids, she has every right to be like, you know what? I'm not doing this. We gonna either wear the condom. I'm gonna be on birth control. Until I see from you that you are ready to step up to the plate to be the parent that you need to be to the children you already have. I'm not about to sit here and bear another child for you to do the same thing to me.
She thought she was different.
Okay, listen, you know what, we got to go because this could be a whole nother conversation for another
overtime.
Especially case that a lot of women have abused child support as well.
Listen, grow up.
Come on.
That's the truth. No. Let me say this. Some people are literally scheduled to pay $400 a month.
True.
And that's and some of them don't even pay that. There's some that pay maybe $125.
Child, be in Alabama, you're gonna get $30 a week.
No, it depends on the person's salary on that. Because there are some people that I know they get way more. But who abuses $400 a month?
Exactly.
$400 for me in a month. Who abuses $400 a month? What woman is doing the most with $400 a month and you got a whole kid? If you ever raise just one child in your life, you already know just waking up in the morning with them on any given day could cost you $40 to $50 in that day.
Trust me.
Amen.
What about the women who have multiple kids with multiple men so they can?
Sebastian.
That's because Sebastian, those men have.
It's the man's fault, Diva. Come on now. We not act like women are not intelligent and helpless.
Before we go, I want to say I don't blame this on Jenny's mother at all. And,
me neither. I don't.
And I got 80 cents a day, folks. So
Amen.
Don't forget that.
80 cents a day. Who's abusing 80 cents a day?
Exactly. Come on.
Who?
Well, there was a time 80 cents was a lot of money.
Sebastian.
No, I didn't have my children in 1910, Sebastian.
Exactly.
Oh my Lord.
Let me tell you this. These kids got to go to school. They need sneakers. They need shoes. They need food. They need medicine. They need to go to doctors. I cannot with y'all. I got
Amen.
I got to go. Yeah, I paid, come on now, more than $400 a month just in gas.
That's right.
Wow.
Driving.
Okay.
To work.
If you got a boy, they got to get hair. Because you got a girl, they got to get their hair done. You got to brush teeth. You got to wash. You got whatever.
Exactly.
I got to go. Oh, wait, let me see. Diva told not one lie. Best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So please stop. Come on now, Zoe.
Exactly.
We got to go. I love y'all. Good night. Thanks for being
Love you, Diva. Love y'all.
Listen, I bet all the men in the chat done cheated me out my ticket tonight. Hit the like button.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
They gonna
love you, Diva. Love y'all. You have a blessed night.
Good night.
Unlike Diva.
Y'all too.
Bye.